like never before. Search around, sky or ground, you never know what's in store. Explore, explore, explore. Explore, explore, explore.
So guys, this is called a flagger stand. This is where someone with a yellow flag, in case there was some accident, they'd wave the yellow flag. And this is on a corner right here. Well, you see a car coming by really fast right now. Zoom! And what happens is, in these corners, they're going so fast, sometimes they don't stop and they can have an accident in the corner. Like if you look back here, you can see all kinds of tires back here. So again, the corners where a lot of accidents happen, so the tires protect them in case they hit the wall. And these flagger stands, they wave the yellow flag saying, hey, an accident happened over here. You'll see these stands at various corners throughout the racetrack. And the kind of people just basically, they grab a chair up here, they sit here like this, and they watch the race. It's a great viewing point. You should come up here and watch it yourself. It's pretty cool. You get a good view of the track, and it's very exciting. So come on up here and check it out. All right, so again, now we're up high in the flagger stand. Again, these are different corners right at the curves. So in case something happens, the flagger waves a yellow flag, which means that you have to slow down, caution, there's been an accident or something happened on the track. But there's two other flags, a green flag, which is the start of the race, and a checkered flag, a black and white checkered flag, which means the end of the race. You see that when you're coming near the end, the winner gets the checkered flag. That's an old saying. Well, that actually is not here. So these flagger stands only have the yellow flags. The green flag and the checkered flag are back at the same point at the start. The green flag says start, and the finish line is the starting point, and that's the checkered flag. So this is another place where the cars come zooming by, but they finished up at the starting point. They go in the big circle, do several tracks, and come right back to the starting point, and that's how you win a race. They're going really fast. If you notice, when he came down the straightaway, you saw the curve, so he got 4 on the outside. That gave him plenty of room to cut to the inside without crashing, and back to the outside again. That's classic racing. So these cars look extremely heavy, but in fact, they're not very heavy at all. This tool right here, you put it in the back and you pop it up, and actually lets you drag the car around all by yourself. You can actually pull the car without any help from anybody else. It's pretty amazing. This tool right here is designed to pull all the Formula cars around. So that's how they move a car from one spot to the other when they're lining them up to race. Isn't that cool to know? So I'm here with Kyle, and he's going to talk about the suspension on these cars. What were you saying? Tell me about that earlier.
So the suspension on these cars are pretty unique. You'll see these push rods, they go up towards the center of the car. You find the shocks parallel to each other. So these really help the cars go through the corners because the tires are built to dig into the surface. They're racing slick tires, so there's no grooves into the rubber. So you want them to force themselves onto the surface, and that's where you get your grip. You'll see a suspension on a normal road car, and they're out there to absorb these forces to make the ride a little bit smoother. But as a racing driver, you want to feel the little bumps of the track. You want to find whatever you can to go faster.
Wow, that's amazing. It's kind of interesting now. So when they're out there driving around like on the cars, and so you can feel it now. So what it kind of helps like know when to steer them, and they kind of feel the different bumps. They kind of know when to steer or what to steer. How does that really help them? You know?
Right. It's more of like the car telling you what exactly is happening as you're going through the corner. You're looking for these other references while you're out there driving, and part of the references is what you feel. So if you feel like the tire grips up at this corner, you know, okay, this is nice.
Yeah.
So where can I work off of that?
It's like the tire in the road kind of telling you what to do basically and how to do it.
Right.
That's amazing.
Let the car and the track do the talking.
That's awesome. Well, thanks, Kyle. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Awesome. So it's a really, really hot day out here. And sometimes the drivers have to kind of sit there and wait. Something happens, they have to sit down and wait. So you can see, they actually get the drivers umbrellas to keep the sun off their face as they sit there. Isn't that pretty cool? It's kind of funny, but you know what? Don't want to get sunburned. So now this is an ambulance, of course. But this is that on every racetrack, you'll find an ambulance waiting basically off to the side. And the reason for that, of course, is it's a very dangerous sport. You race around at over 100 miles an hour, sometimes close to 200 miles an hour, accidents happen and people get hurt. So you have to be ready to pick them up and take them to the hospital right away. So this is always sitting on call. There's a woman or a man sitting, a paramedic up front, waiting with the engine ready to go. And if something happens, boom, they're right there. Because normally if something happens, you call 911 Ambulance comes and you're all set to go, but we don't have time for that. Action happens, you need somebody here right now. So every racetrack, and this is no different, even though it's a racing school, it's a racetrack with cars going pretty fast, has an ambulance on call ready to go. You can see it's a paramedic unit. They're all set to go, and you can't hear it, but the engine's actually running. It stays running at all times, but they're ready to go at a moment's notice. This is pretty exciting. So fortunately, this hasn't been needed, and ideally, we never need this happen. Never need it, but in case we do, it's all set to go, and the paramedic is all set to go too. She sits in the car, or he sits in the car, ready to go at a moment's notice in case of an accident. Luckily, nothing happened today, but if it happens, we're set to go. So this is a racing outfit. Check it out, it's pretty awesome. Beautiful colors and everything, looks cool. Now this is designed to have special material in it. And the special material protects you in case of a fire. It has fire retardant material. Now the reason for that is in case the car crashes. Sometimes when that happens, the engine bursts in flames. So you need to be able to get away from that car quickly and not get burned up. This allows you that chance to get away. If the flames hit you, this material will fight off the flames for a little bit. You can't be sitting there in the fire, eventually it will get you. But it gets you out long enough to be safe from a fire. So let's put this on, I'll show you how these guys get dressed. First, you gotta unzip it, of course. It's a single piece outfit. Just step right into it. Kind of matches my red socks, huh? Pretty awesome, matches my red outfit. You must have known I was coming. Here we go. Get your arms in here like this. Kind of tight fit. All right. Just tuck it right in, zip it right up. And it has a little protector here. I'll put that on. And now, I'm set to go. But you have special fire protective shoes too. Now these also are narrow shoes. Inside the cars, it's a very tight, narrow fit. So you want narrow shoes that can get to the pedals. There are actually 3 pedals in the car. There's a clutch pedal for the transmission. In the middle, there's a brake pedal, and on the far right, there's the gas pedal. So actually, there's 3 pedals in about this tight of a spot. It's very tight, so you gotta squeeze your feet in there and move around. These are narrow shoes, and they have a lot of grip on there, so it lets you grip the pedals without slipping. Okay, put these special shoes on. Let's tie them on right here real quick. Get the other shoe on. Gotta have 2 shoes. Can't have 1 shoe on. That'd be kind of crazy. Okay. And when you get the shoes all tied, there's actually an extra flap. Keep them nice and tight. This right here goes through here, and you pull that tight. This one, where's the extra? Actually, it's missing its extra flap. Oh well. So, and then the final piece is you got to have a helmet. The helmet protects your head. It's a hard helmet in case you crash. It's got cushion inside. Protects your skull, protects your brain. Always protect your brain. And it also protects you from fire. And it has this windshield right here, this visor that as you're driving, it actually protects things like bugs or whatever hitting you in the eye. So it has a multi-purpose function. Here we go. Put this on my head. And I just get myself all strapped in here. And now I am ready to race. Pretty awesome. That was incredible. I just raced all the way around the track here in this racing car. That was the thrill of a lifetime. I've never done that before. That's incredible. Hopefully you guys can someday be able to do this yourself. These cars are designed for just the average person to be able to race around. So someday when you're old enough, you've got to experience this. This is awesome. Again, Allen Berg Racing School today in Laguna Seca is incredible. Now, I'll check you guys out in a moment. We're going to do the Xsploor Roar in a second, but this was so much fun. Hopefully you guys do it again, and I will see you in a moment. Well, now is a very special time. I'm here with Allen Berg, the owner of Allen Berg Racing School, and he actually is a retired Formula 1 race car driver himself. He's won races, he's won championships, and he is now officially a Hall of Famer in the Canadian Motorsports Hall of Fame as of last month. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So tell me, this is a great school. I've been walking around, we've been shooting video here, it's pretty awesome. What inspired you to start this school?
Well, when I retired from driving, I I felt like where I was based at that time was in Canada. There wasn't a racing school happening at the track that I live near, and I thought it's the sport that I know, that I love, and I was very fortunate to be able to race for a lot of years professionally. I thought maybe it's an opportunity to pass on some of my knowledge and experience to others. So
Well,
that's why I started the school.
Yeah, that's a great idea, because I've been watching these students, and obviously they've learned a lot, because these are people who they're zipping around, going around these curves, they're hitting them perfectly, and they're like not crashing anything. I mean, it's amazing how fast they go.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're fast cars.
Yeah,
they're
these
real race cars.
Yeah, the real race car. I mean, it's really amazing. What are the different levels of Formula One, by the way?
Okay, they're Formula cars.
Uh-huh.
And there are different levels. Like these ones are Formula Renault.
Formula Renault,
which is an
okay.
entry-level racing series. It's
Okay.
for someone that maybe out of kart racing or that has never been involved with racing before, and then graduate into Formula 4.
Formula 4, okay.
And then after doing Formula 4, which they have a couple of championships in North America, a West Coast series and an East Coast series, they may move up into either Formula 3 or a Road to Indy.
Really? Wow.
That's the Road of Indy, like the IndyCar
Sure,
series.
yeah.
So you would go Formula 4, Formula 3. If your route that you want to go is towards Formula 1, you have to do that in Europe, in Formula 2.
Okay.
And if you're good enough, and lucky enough, and the doors open for you, Formula 1, which is the World Championship level. It's like like the Olympics of motorsport.
Those are such amazing cars. I watch them on TV. I can't believe how fast those guys go. It looks so dangerous.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Well, it's the sort of thing that you need to learn. You need to start from somewhere. It's like any sport.
Yeah.
There's a technique that's required. We teach that technique.
now, in your when someone comes to your school, like, do they have to have any kind of experience before they get here, or how does that work?
Really, no. As long as they can drive
Okay.
a road car, we have a lot of drivers come in that are. Not a lot, but some that are below the age of 16, but they're experienced kart racers
Oh,
that
wow.
are involved with not professional kart racing, but national level kart racing.
Yeah.
And they're very, very good, and so they can make the transition very easy. Otherwise, if a driver doesn't have any type of motorized experience, you need to be able to drive a road car on your own,
Yeah.
right? And then if you can do that, then we teach you the basic steps on how to do this. But we have drivers from 14 years of age through to drivers in their 80s that always wanted a chance to drive a race car, and they come and they see us.
That's amazing.
And at a world-class racetrack like WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca.
Yeah, no, this is a fantastic raceway. And,
Yeah.
have you had any people come through that actually went on to become like, to actually to do it like professionally, become a professional racer?
Yes, we've had a few. I think the one that's most notable is a young fellow named Parker Thompson. He's actually racing this weekend out in Florida.
Oh, really?
In the Road to Indy Ladder Series, and he started actually when we had a karting school in Canada many, many years ago. He was one of our first students, and
Oh,
he's
wow.
progressed, and he's a great driver, great businessman, very ambitious young man, a great actual ambassador for Allen Berg Racing School. He says very good things about us.
That's amazing. Well, see, that goes to show you, like, you never know what's going to happen. You come and you learn how to race these cars, these Formula cars, and you never know. You might make a whole career out of it. Well, thank you, Alan. I had a great time here today.
It's my pleasure.
And thank you for stopping to tell us all about, racing.
That's great. I'm glad that you're able to have a little bit of look around and learn a little bit about the world of auto racing.
And now, after they do all that racing, they're going to actually go back and analyze the racing to see where they made mistakes, what they got right, and they do it all on a computer screen. You can see right over my shoulder, right back there. Check it out. So I had so much incredible, awesome fun today. It was unbelievable. Racing Formula cars is so much excitement. You can't believe it. You have to do this for yourself. If you have a chance, someday, if you get a chance, come by and race cars for yourself. These racing schools you find them all over the place. This one, again, is in Laguna Seca. It's Allen Berg Racing School. It's a wonderful place. I had so much fun. I raced around. I got to watch other people racing their cars. But you know what? Now's the time. We've come to the end. It's the Xsploor Roar time. So guys, join with me. Put the X on your chest for Xsploor and let it all out. Here we go. Ready? Xsploor! Awesome! I had so much incredible, exciting fun today. I hope you guys had fun too. Hope you enjoyed my video. And remember, my name is Xsploor. How do you spell it? Xsploor. Xsploor. And hit that subscribe button. I need all the subscribers I can get. You guys help me to make these videos, okay? Check it out next week. I have more videos for you next week. More excitement. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Now once more with Xsploor, we've done learning galore. Explore, explore, explore.
Hey fellow explorers, I need subscribers to stay on the air. So please hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you. See you next time, fellow explorers. Take care.